Well, okay, it's live. Test the sound. Check, check, check. Okay. I'm gonna turn here off real quick. Thank you. Okay, well, while we wait, I want to talk about our upcoming trip to Europe and the U.S. So obviously we're looking forward to it. Good change of scenery. We've been here for a while, over a year, minus our trip to the States and to Bali. So looking forward to going to a place that we haven't visited before. Hopefully it's a wonderful trip and uneventful flights. LaShawn hates long flights. Uh, so yeah, hopefully this trip works out pretty good. We plan on, of course, obviously taking a lot of videos and pictures, and probably do some shorts. Won't have my normal computer equipment with me to do any kind of long form videos while we're there. So we'll have to see how that kind of works out, uh, depending on where we are, what we're doing, internet access, things of that nature. Um, LaShawn, anything you're looking forward to on your trip to Italy?
Trying new foods, just seeing the scenery, having a different scenery. So that's something I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, um, definitely trying some food. I think we're used to eating Italian food from Italian restaurants in the States, and I want to see how much of a difference there really is. Um, and wherever, I said we want to travel different parts of Italy, so we'll see where we get to and how long we're there and traveling, and I'll try to document as much of that as possible because sometimes for me, like getting to a destination is just as much fun as actually being somewhere. I kind of like the travel part of it. I know LaShawn hates it, but I actually kind of enjoy it. So we'll see how that works out. As far as us here in Ecuador, it's been over a year now. It was a year March 30th, and a year in Salinas, April 15th. Yeah, April 15th. Um, so far, it's the normal ups and downs of moving to another country, getting used to everything, getting used to the difference in culture, uh, budgeting. Budgeting is one that at first kind of we weren't really on track as much as we should have been at first, and then we got it together. Uh, oh, the sound is low. I'm sorry. Check, 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 check. Can you let me know if that sounds better? And good evening. Okay. But yeah, living here has definitely been an adventure for both of us. Learned a lot. Learned a lot about ourselves, and and really just trying to blend into the culture as much as possible. We tend to kind of veto ourselves a lot, so we want to make new friends with like Ecuadorian people and get as far into the culture as we can. We started to get to know some of the Afro Ecuadorians here in Santa Elena, so that's something that we've been doing and actually like enjoying and meeting, getting a chance to meet people with different but similar backgrounds. You know, they're similar in some ways, but completely different in others. And yeah, that's just been something new for us that we really enjoy. Uh, Also, you know, living here, doing things that we just normally wouldn't do, like riding a scooter to places, and something I would have never even considered in the states. So I can see that, you know, our mindsets are shifting a bit when it comes to like some of the things that we may not have done in the states, but we'll do here that we just don't even, you know, think about here. Like getting on the bus, we don't even think about it. It's not a problem at all. Hola, aging grateful. Um, as also as far as like being in Ecuador, I know we said before that we had a temporary residency visa, and you know we got to renew to get the permanent residency and everything. But for us in particular, we got to renew our temporary again, just because we, you know, kind of lost some of our days before we ever moved to the country. So that's something we'll also be working on when we go back to the States, getting the paperwork that we need to get that temporary residency visa again. If you have questions specific about the residency visas, we actually did two videos, two interviews with Mate Duran, who's with Gringo Visas. She's the boss, and she answers so many questions in those two videos. And I left her contact information in those videos, so yeah, check it out. It's from a month or so ago. So yeah, if you have questions about Ecuador in particular, please check those videos out. Contact Mate if you have any more questions, and they can definitely help you out. Um, it made it pretty easy for us, honestly, to do everything because we were still working at the time. So we really didn't have to do much except go get our fingerprints and stuff. Um, if you have questions, please, please, please send me a question, or LaShawn, or both. We're here to answer.
Now you want to talk about what's going on here in Ecuador.
Yeah. Oops. Soon as I fix this. Sorry.
It's fine, Steve.
Here we go. I'm sorry, you're talking about the political. Well, so the president was under impeachment, or he was under impeachment, and the impeachment trial was going on, and it wasn't looking good for him. Hey, fam, how you doing? Alex of this life. Uh, Glad you're here. Thanks. He was being impeached, and it wasn't looking good for him. It was probably he was probably going to get impeached. So there's a line in the Constitution that was put in 2008 that basically allows the president to. Hold on, sorry, I meant to put that up there. That allows the president to dissolve the parliament. So I may be getting some of this terminology wrong, but it allows the president to terminate the parliament so that they basically can't continue to impeach him. So in the Constitution, he has 6 months to rule, a maximum of 6 months to rule by decree only. Just him. He's pretty basically, I don't want to say a dictator, but basically a dictator for like up to 6 months. And there has to be another election. However, the way it's kind of working out now is that they're already planning on the next election to be August 20th, if I remember correctly. So like 3 months, and there's going to be another national election to either maybe reelect him but I doubt he'll get reelected, or elect a new person. So they move really fast here when it comes to the elections and election cycle. So we'll kind of see where that works out. But that's where that situation is currently. Can you click that question for me? Thank you. Well, yes and no. Do you want to go into that, sweetie? Okay. Yes and no. Yes, because we like it here, and there's lots to see in this country and lots to do, lots of places to explore. You said the cost of living is really good, but we also want to continue to travel. So we feel like we need like a base of operation. So like Ecuador would be our base of operation, basically. So yes, this is pretty much
currently it is the destination for right now, but we don't know in the future. It may be somewhere else.
Right. This is our base for where we do everything from.
Stuart said hello from Japan.
Hello, hola.
And Thomasine said good evening, y'all. Good evening.
Hey, y'all. You can visit my husband in Ecuador. It needs to be on our list. Let me just say this. There's a lot here. So it just depends on what you want. If you want like,
as far as climate wise,
right, like a certain climate, if you want sunny, no rain or little rain, but you don't mind the hot weather and you want water, then stay on the coast. But just know what you're getting depending on where you're staying on the coast, because some of those coastal towns aren't close to like facilities that you may deem important, like medical facilities and stuff like that, or shopping. So here in Salinas, we pretty much have everything we need. Anything we don't, we can get it in Guayaquil, which is like 2 hours from here. So
it's like along the coast, you got it's like Manta, San Pablo.
Is it Puerto Lopez?
Puerto Lopez.
Yeah, there's a bunch of towns up and down the coast, Esmeraldas, and then in the mountains, if you don't mind the altitude and the cool weather, Quito and Cuenca and Loja, decent choices. It honestly depends on what you are looking for, because you can come here and have a great time in like Cuenca or something and love it, and decide to move here. But then when you move here, you're like, well, I'm gonna move to the coast, and it's totally different.
Yeah,
it's totally different. So do as much research as possible. Ask us questions. We don't know everything, but we don't know everything, but we can tell you about what we do know.
But do an exploratory trip. You can start in Cuenca if you want to go see Quito, if you want to go to Manta, if you want to come to Salinas, you can do that. You can leave out of Cuenca to go to Manta. It's closer, right?
No, Quito's closer to Manta.
Quito is closer to Manta.
Yeah, but it's still if you want to drive, it's a long ride. So try to get as many flights as you can to shorten that trip. Unless you just want to ride on the countryside, because it can be really beautiful.
Yeah.
But just know if you're in Quito and you want to get to Manta, it's a long drive. Back to the government situation.
Oh yeah, and because of the impeachment or the dissolving the
right, whatever this whole
assembly,
thing that's going on.
it could possibly be a protest in the coming days.
Yeah, coming days or weeks. That I don't want to get onto the political parties here because it's kind of complicated, but the indigenous folks they will do like a stoppage, like an entire countrywide stoppage. It happened last year for was it 2 weeks or 10 days or something like that. So there's a possibility that it may happen between now and that election. Not violent or anything like that, but just know if you come in out here, this summer that's possible.
Yeah, there, you can get roadblocks.
Yeah.
They won't let traffic through. But they will let traffic through if it's an emergency, a medical emergency. But anything other than that, no.
Yeah, it was after like a certain time where they will remove the roadblocks, like 7 at night or something like that.
Did you actually scout out and live in other places before Ecuador?
Scout? No. We did a lot of research. We actually looked into going to Panama first. We happened to have a friend that was moving to Ecuador who was from Ecuador. So we came and visited, and she showed us around, her and her husband, and we kind of loved it. And by that point, we had already made a decision. So we had already started our paperwork for our visas before our trip. So yeah, we kind of took a leap on that, but it worked out actually.
Yeah, from what we saw, from what she showed us, we started off in Guayaquil, then we went to came to Salinas, and then we went to Cuenca, and that's when I realized that Cuenca would not be an option because I have vertigo, and so the altitude really bothered me. So I was not able to. We couldn't choose. We can't choose Cuenca or Quito.
Yeah, unless it's like in the lower elevations around there. Because when we visited Quito, and we went to like Otavalo and Cotacachi and Mendo, the elevation was a little lower, and we were both.
It was
fine.
tolerable.
Yeah, because I think Mendo was like 4,000 or so feet. It was totally fine.
And Quito is beautiful.
Yeah,
Outside of Quito, we went to Otavalo and Mendo. All of those places are beautiful.
Yeah.
You go from like the rainforest to seeing the mountains. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it really is. There's so many different climates and biomes and stuff here. It's kind of ridiculous. So there's some of everything. But yeah, just know you may not have the internet access you want in certain places. You may not have phone. Just know that like the rural areas are very rural. So keep that in mind. Dirt roads and all that kind of stuff. So we also, part of our decision to live here was that we didn't want to immediately buy a car or at all if we didn't need one. And, if we lived in a mountainous area, depending on where that was, we may have needed a vehicle. So we didn't want to put ourselves in a situation where we couldn't get around unless we bought a vehicle. So that's one of the reasons that we came here as well.
And there's a lot of taxis here, so you can catch a taxi just standing on the side of the road.
Taxi or a bus, there's somebody. There's one Uber driver here in Salinas. He just started. So there's Uber in Guayaquil, and I can't Quito, yeah, and maybe Cuenca. I'm not sure, but yeah, definitely those two because we've used it in both of those places.
Oh, we went to Cuenca. We walked a lot.
Yeah, because we didn't go too far. Yeah, in Cuenca. But yeah, thanks for the question. What I was saying was because of that, the whole political thing. Some of this started, with the decree that the president made some months ago about allowing citizens to carry guns and everything. The impeachment process stuff kind of started before that, but my point is there's an issue with an ongoing issue with crime. It increased over the last year or so, kind of dramatically. But it's gotten. I don't really want to say it's gotten better because I don't know the numbers. I really don't know the numbers. I can only say that outwardly the appearance seems that it's gotten a little better. That could be completely wrong, but we definitely see a lot more police doing like random stops
and military
just doing random checkpoints and just checking people. You see a lot more of that. So
But do we feel safe? Yes, we do feel
Yeah,
safe.
yeah. We
Um,
still go and do whatever, whenever. You know, we don't we didn't make a habit of going out at night doing stuff when we lived in the states.
yeah. I
So
mean, we do take. Sometimes we go out a little after, I guess 8.
yeah,
But no, we're not out 11 and 12 o'clock at night.
not on purpose.
I have no reason to be. So I prefer just being at home.
Yeah. Um, so that kind of goes into what I was saying before about the lifestyle that you want. If you come here,
You can have it.
you can have it.
You can have
you know?
whatever type lifestyle you
Yeah.
choose. Because if you're in, was it Montanita?
It's
Yeah,
party
They
place.
consider that the party place.
Yeah.
Manta is up. It's live.
Yeah.
You know, probably more so than.
It's a little more metropolitan than
Yeah.
Salinas is. So you have more options in Monta, definitely. And on average, the weather, like overall, is better in Monta. Or I would say more sunny. Has more sunny days.
Mhm. And if you're in Guayaquil now, that's a different story.
Yeah.
When we were there, we lived on. We stayed on the Malecon.
Yeah.
So Thursday, did it start Thursday or was
It was
it
like
Wednesday?
Thursday. It was like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Party.
Thursday through Sunday,
Yeah.
it was live.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's some live parts here if that's what you choose.
Yeah. Now there are parts of Guayaquil you can live in. Just know that Guayaquil is statistically much more dangerous than pretty much anywhere else in the country.
Yeah. The crime rate has definitely gone up in Guayaquil.
Yeah. But it was always high though, so it's just getting worse.
Yeah, it's gotten worse. So you want to be cautious
Yeah.
if you decide to visit some areas in Guayaquil.
Yeah. So are we concerned with what's happening in the government right now? So I think my concern is just where the government is going to end up after this next election. It's not so much about what's going on at this point. And I honestly think I'd be more concerned if we weren't leaving for a trip really soon. Because my mind's not going to be on it, if that makes any sense. But as far as like the concern, really, I have kind of a wait and see, attitude about it. How about you?
I'm not concerned. Our friend would definitely keep us informed of anything that's happening here. She is Ecuadorian, so she let us know whether or not we need to be concerned or not.
Yeah, and I try to keep up with a lot of the news here. Finding is hard for whatever reason. I guess coming from America, I didn't know where to look, but there's a couple of news sites and YouTube channel that I follow and I watch, and I have to turn the translation on to understand what's going on. But I actually get a whole lot of news in a short amount of time. So I try to keep up with what's going on, and right now, no, we don't really have any real concerns, honestly. Everything's the same. The day he dissolved the parliament, everything was exactly the same. Nothing changed. So
Well, not here.
not here.
Salinas.
Yeah, not here.
So we don't know
And
if that changed in Quito.
Yeah, there haven't been any big protests or anything like that happened. So I don't know. No, I'm not really concerned. Yeah. Excuse me. So, one thing I do want to mention is the weather. If you are coming here, just know if you come here during North American summer, it's winter here. So even on the coast, it's going to be kind of cool and cloudy a lot of days. And even if the sun peaks out in the morning, it's going to go away. And it's going to be cloudy like the majority of the time until the end of the winter here, which was like September, October. It was when we went on a trip. We came back. It was sunny. So November.
We came back in November.
Yeah, we came back Thanksgiving. Remember?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for this question. How is the mosquitoes? I'm looking at mosquito bites on my ankle right now.
Please explain.
We got a lot of rain during the summer months. So we had some flooding here, more so than before, from what we were told. Um, and we do have a couple of, I guess, shorts
Yeah.
of the flooding that was here. Because when we first came, we did not see really any greenery. Like there was no grass, the trees was not, were kind of brown.
Yeah.
And Salinas is somewhat considered a desert.
Yeah.
So with all the rain and the flooding, the mosquitoes are eating me alive.
Just her.
Oh, they're
not
eating.
bothering me.
They get inside and you're asleep. I got a mosquito bite on the bottom of my foot. Mosquito bites around my ankles,
Yeah,
on my
sleep with
arms.
socks on, y'all.
It's terrible right now.
It's
but
not terrible. There are mosquitoes out here, definitely. But it's not. I've been in places with worse mosquitoes. Virginia has worse mosquitoes.
yes, we're taking a trip to Europe. We're going to Italy, and it would be our first time
Yeah.
going. So we're actually going for our anniversary.
Yeah. It's 25 for us.
Hi there, from Angela Lewis. Did you guys consider Panama or other countries when you decided to?
Move abroad.
Okay.
Love your channel. Thank you very much, Angela Lewis.
We did consider. What was it, Panama?
Mhm.
We had another.
We had looked at Costa
you
Rica.
looked Ghana.
Yeah.
You say Costa Rica?
Yeah.
Yeah, Costa Rica. But what made it a better choice to come to Ecuador was my friend. She is a great resource, and she made the choice easy because she lives here. The one thing for us is having someone living where you want to move that can show you around, can assist you with like the medical or different places that you need to go to get help.
Signing up for things.
Signing up for things, bank accounts, and things of that nature was a bonus. So that's the reason why we chose Ecuador.
Yeah.
And not only that, it is actually beautiful here.
Yeah. You were hoping they wouldn't be here. So okay, let me just say this.
They were not that way. Okay, let's back up.
Yeah.
When we first got here, no, I did not get bit. It was not an issue. But because of the rain,
this has been a very wet, odd summer in Salinas. Salinas is a desert, and because of the switch between the La Nina to El Nino, there's just been like a crazy amount of rain that hasn't happened here in like 15 or 20 years or something like that. So that's why there's so many mosquitoes. Also, if you go somewhere that's mountainous, above, I want to say it's like 5,000 feet, you're not going to see mosquitoes anyway. So it just depends on where you are. Right now, there are mosquitoes because of that extra rain. But it hasn't rained here in like 2 weeks.
no.
So it's slowly drying up.
They're everywhere. I think they fly over to me in Mexico after they go through Ecuador. Yeah. They may. I never really see them. I just feel them afterwards.
That's how I feel. Like, I don't know. I think she stepped on something. That's how she got that bump on the bottom of her foot.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, bugs in general haven't been that big of an issue.
No, when we first moved into this condo, there were some tiny little ants that you could barely see. Yeah. You just see something, you're like, what is that? And so you just put down some. What did you buy? The little squirt.
Oh, like the little gel comes on like a syringe.
Yeah.
And you put little dots everywhere, and
that has helped.
Yeah, we hadn't seen them again until like last week, and that was a year ago.
Yeah. So it must be a May thing.
Yeah, it was the same time last year. Honestly, yeah, it was the same time.
Yeah.
So yeah, other than that, yeah, we haven't no bugs. Now, depending on where you live, obviously, it's Central and South America. You're gonna deal with geckos.
Oh,
Your geckos are literally everywhere. It just so happens that we're high enough. I've only ever seen one gecko, and it was on the balcony. The first place that we were at in Salinas, oh, we saw multiple geckos every day in the kitchen. They find a crack in the, behind the cabinet or something. They sneak out, and yeah,
they be on the ceiling.
they be on the ceiling and the wall. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But here, if you're high enough, you're not gonna deal with that. But if you are on like ground level, one, two, three floors up, maybe a few more, you're gonna deal with geckos. It's just part of it. But they eat the bugs, so
Thank you.
thank you, gracias. But yeah, pests haven't really been an issue for us.
So if anyone is visiting Ecuador, let me just say this: when you see dogs walk like on the streets, don't be alarmed. They're not thinking about you. They're not the same. They're more docile here
Yeah,
than the U.S. And so when you get to when you get here and you see all these dogs just running towards you, just keep walking.
yeah. Chances are they're not even running towards you. They're about to run past you.
They're probably going to find some food.
Yeah.
They may smell food,
Yeah.
so
Now, I'm not
it
saying
could
it
be a
doesn't
little.
happen that a dog will bite somebody or something like that, but
Right.
that's
It's-
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's kind of rare, but it's a lot of dogs here, so you will see stray dogs.
Yeah, but they always like you said, they're always just really friendly, and they will completely ignore you unless you're giving them something,
Yeah,
and they will ignore your dog.
and if you're somewhere eating, they will come and sit. They won't get close to you, but they'll
Yeah.
sit so you can see them and show you that sad face
Yeah, if you're outside,
for you to feed them, and majority of the time they get fed.
they just want you to hear their stomach growling. Okay, with lizards, bugs. Ooh, okay, I'll make sure Hub kills.
Yeah, it's not.
We haven't had a pest issue. I can just say
No.
that. Yeah, we haven't had a pest issue at all.
Just the little bitty ants
Yeah.
and these terrible mosquitoes.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Ah, yeah. Hello, Mom.
Hello. So, so for the 25th, Italy is the destination for us for the next few weeks.
Yeah.
And if anyone's been, if you can share, your favorite restaurant or
Just a
something
story.
that we should try for us food.
Yeah. So just share a story.
Yeah.
We'd like to hear it because, like I said, we'll try to put up some content while we're there, but we're gonna be trying to enjoy ourselves, honestly. So, maybe few and far between, but we'll hit the ground running when we get back. Yeah, well, most likely, I'll be throwing up a bunch of shorts, just because it's so easy, and I'm not gonna have my computer or anything, so probably a bunch of shorts until I have time to edit some actual videos together. It can be time consuming, and I wouldn't want to do that while we were on the trip. So
Yeah. I'm not looking forward to the flight, so
I am. I don't know why.
he loves flights. I don't like the turbulence. I don't like the takeoff, the landing.
I don't like the food.
Well, some of the foods are good. It just depends on what they're serving.
Yeah. What was the one we took to Bali? Was that airline?
EVA?
Yeah, EVA. Yeah, that food was excellent. Yeah. Let me see. We will bring you back a refrigerator magnet. It'll be your turn real soon. It'll be your turn real soon. I will tell anybody I'm just exceptionally lucky to be in the position that we're in. I don't take it for granted. I don't tell people like, "Oh, you ought to just do what I'm doing." It's not that simple. So yeah, definitely thankful for this opportunity. You're welcome, Mom. It'll be a cheap magnet, though.
No, it won't. Stop. So,
€2 max.
You know she's gonna give you a call, right?
Benefit Nudie Tutti Fruity. I think I'm gonna have to figure out what that means.
So,
Oh, I'm sorry. Before you say that, I did have a question for anyone watching. Anyone watching this in the future, if you have suggestions for things that you would like to see, especially here in Ecuador, or even in Italy, let us know. Go ahead and leave a comment, send us a message. Let us know because we like to actually hear.
can I just say you guys are looking younger? By the way, this is Saunders.
Oh, hey y'all! Look,
Thank you.
This is my fellow Eagles. He's an Eagles super fan. I can't claim to be as big a fan as he is, but this is a fellow Eagles fan. We were highly disappointed during the Super Bowl, but things are looking up since the draft, and we will be back next year. My brother.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
I've known this man for years, y'all.
What were you saying before then?
I don't even remember. Oh, the other Saunders. Oh my goodness. You gotta specify. I knew two Saunders. Is this hold on, is this Tevis? Please let me know. If so, thank you for being here. Oh, what I was saying was suggestions for like things they want to see. See, thank you.
Okay, what were you saying?
Oh, suggestions. If you have suggestions for videos, content that you want to see,
Oh yes.
we'd actually appreciate to hear it. You know, every idea is one less idea I got to come up with. Because sometimes we're sitting here like, man, we really need to film a video. We don't feel like doing anything.
Yeah, it's what he was saying by us looking younger. I'm sorry.
She looking young. She is Miss Saunders.
I'm sorry.
I'll tell you, I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah, he messed me up. I'm sorry. I did not mean to do that. Well, when you're not working and you're just sitting on your balcony, your patio, backyard, wherever, and just enjoying whatever you're looking at, takes a few years off.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to sit and think about the stress of someone else's BS.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, just our own BS. That's it. Okay. Easy peasy. Yeah.
So we have to do
what were you saying?
from the airport to central areas.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, we could do that. You do that in Italy too, yeah. Okay. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Yeah, no stress, Mom.
But she knows that.
I know.
She hasn't been stressed
for years. Well, I don't know. You were about to say something, but you forgot what it was.
Yes, I did. And you know how that goes.
Yeah.
So,
Just go. We look younger.
The brain.
Our brain is no, it's not. It's not. Things, I swear, things are just getting harder and harder every day.
He's like, what was I about to say?
Yeah.
So
you walk into a room, forget why you were there, like all that stuff. It definitely happens.
And he does it a lot. I'll be about to say something, and he's like, "Oh, before you say this, let me say this," and then it's like the little bird, it just flies away with the idea.
If I wait for her to say whatever, I'm gonna forget what I was gonna say. So one of us gotta forget something. That's just how it is.
Anyway,
were you talking about? If they visit Ecuador or something like that?
I don't know. Move on to your next topic.
Oh well. um, so anyway, what I was saying was that like really appreciate the opportunity to live where we live, how we live. We don't take it for granted. But what I will say is that for folks who are looking for something a change, whether it be in their life or whatever, come up with a plan. Come up with a plan and be willing to stick with it. It just so happened our plan kind of came together pretty fast, but
At the right time.
yeah, and it was like literally the right time. I,
Yeah, it was the right time.
COVID and all like everything kind of happened all at the wrong or right time, however you want to look at it.
It was the right time.
Not talking about COVID though.
Oh.
Well, it was the wrong time, but the right time for us. Honestly.
Yeah, it wasn't. No.
Yeah. Yeah. Come up with a plan and stick with it. If your goal is to leave, the country, do your research, talk to people, join some groups.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to as many people as you can, because you will get so many. You will get night and day opinions about the same place.
Yes, I was going to say also that when you join these groups, take the good and the bad. Look at the news, not U.S. news, like the news in the area where you're moving to.
Or just researching.
Research. Yeah. Also, understand that when you come here, people are really nice. They speak all the time. They, greet you. If you pass them on the Malecon, it's always buenos dias. They're very polite. Not everybody, but they are.
For the most part, yeah.
Most part. And don't think that everyone needs a handout. People here really, really work hard for everything that they get. Yeah. So it's a different mindset. They really think about family. They're really family oriented. If you see them on the beach, it's usually the entire family.
Yeah.
So it's something that I know I haven't seen in a long time in the U.S. But here is really family oriented.
Yeah, and their culture is like the hustle culture here is really strong. Like everybody has something that they do, and
even down to the kids.
Yeah,
if they're selling chiclets for 24 or lollipops, something, they're all contributing to
the whole. So it is different here than in the States, most definitely. But we actually kind of like it. We like the culture here. We like how the people are, and like she said, they are like really friendly. There's people you do not know, and they will.
Yeah, they will help.
To you.
They will help if something's wrong, and they see you. If you're in distress, they're really helpful. Yeah. We've seen like a car accident. People come from everywhere to help. If you go into the tienda, or the store, or the market, and you go there regular enough, they know you, and they know what you come there for. Because I go there and I get the pineapple and the papaya, and the guy, he was like, he takes me straight over there. This is what I want. He knows I'm going to smell it. I don't know if that was an insult, but I always smell my pineapples to make sure they smell sweet. I just don't buy them.
Culture more slowed down in the U.S. I don't. Ooh, that's.
Yes.
I'm trying to think about like how to phrase that answer though, because like when you mean slower, do you mean that things here just happen slower, or so like okay.
Can you let me put it up there, please?
Okay.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay. So if you're in a taxi, some taxis, not all taxis, but a lot of taxis, it seems like they be in a rush.
Yeah.
But you don't know where they're going.
Yeah.
Like they're flying down the street, but as Steve said in I think a previous video, they're rushing, but they're late.
Yeah, it's like,
and I think they're rushing because they're late.
Yeah, it's like perpetual lateness is like a thing here. It's rare that people are like right on time, but it seems like they're always in a rush. Which like it sounds counterintuitive, but I think like, are they always in a rush because they're always not on time? You know, or is it like the people themselves kind of move at their own pace?
Well, if you're on the bus,
if you're on the bus, you're moving.
You're moving.
Yeah.
And you better be ready to hop off and hop on, because by the time you get your foot on into what is the gallery? What is it?
On the steps.
On the steps, he's getting ready to take off. Yeah. So you better hold on.
But yeah, I think as a culture, like,
I
wouldn't say it's faster than the U.S.
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that, because like I said, people kind of move at their own pace. You know.
Yeah.
A lot of places, if someone has like a shop, and you know they open at 9, they might be there at 9.
Yeah.
Or they might literally be walking in at 9. You know, in the U.S., you know, if you got to be at a place, if you got to open a shop, you know, you got to be there like 8:30 or whatever. No, that's not how it's happening here. We're walking in when it opens, or later.
But the one thing I will say about if you go to a restaurant, the food that you get, they're cooking it.
Yeah.
It's hot every time. So don't expect to get your food in 5 minutes.
Unless it's a soup.
Oh,
soup.
The soup is, yes.
Or a secco or something like that.
It's not made. It's made. It's not like it's packaged. They really make the soup.
Yeah.
So it'll take a minute. I've waited 45 minutes for. Well, that was a stew. Or that was like a
casserole or something.
Yeah, like a casserole.
Yeah, cazuela. But yeah. I wouldn't say that it's faster here paced than the U.S. It's definitely kind of slower paced. It's just if you're on the road, you think it's faster paced.
B said, "Our ex's life. You two are handsome people. Your side hustle could be modeling. That's an idea."
I will say this, that if you're looking at, you know, Latin American country, know that like for us being African Americans being here, it isn't really like it's really not a big deal. Just know you're not going to see as many other African Americans as you might expect, or Afro Ecuadorians, or, you know, Mexicans or whatever.
It just depends on where you are. Yeah.
Depends on where you are. So like, don't be too shocked by that if you don't see any other people that look like you. It's, you know, it's just kind of what it is. We haven't really had any issues though. There was something else I wanted to say about here. Oh, sorry. So when you were talking about fast pace and we were talking about buses and taxis, keep in mind that here, and this is pretty much the same with any place that's like a tienda or a small shop, there's a very good chance that they only take cash. So if you do come here, if you come to visit, get yourself a whole bunch of the dollar coins, because they use those a lot here. I rarely have $1 bills. It's always the $1 coins. Those things are lifesavers. So I'm telling you, if you come here,
you're not gonna want to be lugging around.
No. I ain't saying bring like $300 worth of, you know, coins, but just know, like, if you happen to go into a bank, because you can walk to a bank without a membership or whatever, without an account, and cash money. So you can go into a bank and get like 20 of those $1 coins. Lifesaver, y'all. I'm telling you, for the taxis and little stores and stuff like that, because there's a very good chance they will not be able to break a 20 at a store.
Maybe not even a 10.
Maybe not even 10, yeah.
It depends. Like, if you want to walk in the store and buy a Coke and just walk to the counter with a 10, they're going to be like, no. You need to go buy something else, or you leave.
Yeah, I've done that where I just wanted to break a 10. Like, all I wanted to do was break a 10. And this was at a pharmacy in the mall. and I had to like buy a pack of gum and something else because that was the only way they could break the 10.
He didn't break my 5. I had a 5, and he said I need to buy something else because he didn't have change.
Yeah. So yeah, just
But
know.
you know, what do you do? Because you need to either get a taxi, or if you have a car, you don't have to worry about it. But if you need a taxi, you need change.
Yeah, or the bus. So carrying change is something that you'll need to do here. $20 in coins? Nah. You don't need that much. That'll
He
bust
said
your
20
pockets.
pounds in coins.
I mean, 20 pounds. Yeah, that'll bust your pockets. You don't want to do that. But definitely when we go,
I would just say, if you come, bring like $10. I mean, I don't even think they have roll.
No, I don't know if they have the roll dollars like that. But
I think because I worked
at
at a bank, I saved all the dollars from previous, and I used to keep them in a little bag. Yeah.
But yeah, just if you go somewhere and you need change, like just go to a store, break it. Go to a big store, break a 10 or 20 if you need to. It's that way you have change, because the change will save your life.
Yeah, because they're not gonna give you dollars back. You're gonna get
coins.
Coins. So I don't think I've seen use so much coins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, those dollar coins are a lifesaver here.
I remember coins when I was small. That's about the last time I remember.
Those Sacagawea dollar coins. Yeah, those are the ones they use here, y'all.
Yeah, Sacagawea.
Sacagawea coins.
Yeah. And the Susan
B. Anthony.
Yeah.
And the 50-cent pieces. Like you see a lot of them here.
Oh,
too.
yeah. The main Mercado in Cuenca has a change machine, put in 20, spit out coins.
Oh, wow.
Do they charge a fee in Cuenca for the coin machine? Because I know the U.S. does. They take a percentage. So I was just wondering if they do that in Cuenca.
Coins, that's something we thought about. Yeah. It's, I wouldn't ask you to bring them with you because, you're not trying to go to the airport with a whole bunch of coins. But the first chance you get, definitely break a couple of 20s just to get dollar coins if you're coming to visit. You can pretty much survive, with 10s and 5s and your other $1 bills just fine. But when you do need a taxi, like, why argue with the taxi driver, because you gave him a 10 and he ain't got change? Like, why even put yourself in that situation? The ride was $2 and he's trying to keep your whole 10 because he ain't got change.
And he'd be like, give me those $2, give me the 10 back.
Give my 10 back.
We're going to scrape up some change.
Yeah. So, and also, find out how much it costs to get where you're going.
Yes.
And find out from other people who live there. Trust me. Because if
Yeah.
they know that you don't know what you're talking about.
If you're a gringo.
Yeah, they might double the price on it.
Yeah. Because they'll be quick to say, and you have to say no.
Yeah.
This is all I have.
I tell you to, make sure they're using the meter, but that thing's never on. So there's usually the meter is never on.
Oh.
But there's usually like a general price for like certain places depending on where you live. So once you get that kind of down packed, you ain't got to worry about it. We don't even ask anymore. We just hand them the money and get out. Because that's all we're giving you, because we know how much it costs. We did a budget video. Planned on eventually doing like maybe like a grocery list breakdown and like a full breakdown for like after being here for a whole year, but we have to wait till we get back to do that.
Well, we did do a comparison of what you would spend during the time when eggs in the U.S. was like $10.
No, they weren't $10. They were high.
Some people were saying $10.
Oh, I don't know what kind of ostrich eggs they eat.
No, they were saying to get a dozen eggs were between $8 and $10.
Yeah.
And so we did a budget video, cost comparison to what you can buy here versus what you would buy in the U.S. And trust me, the fruits and vegetables here are 10 times better than the ones in the U.S. and 10 times cheaper than the fruit and vegetables in the U.S.
You want to talk about the guy outside the cart? where we got the oranges and pineapples.
Yeah, hold on. It's what is it? I can't see that.
Oh, which one did you click on? B. Oh, it's on the entry used mostly by vendors. I'm guessing to make change from merchants, kind of hidden behind tent walls. It probably ain't for the public. Go ahead.
So you will see vendors in your area. Some people come by in trucks with what?
Fruit and vegetable. Well, usually fruit. It'll be a truck or like a bicycle cart.
Yeah. And I've gotten 25 oranges for $1. I've gotten 50 limes, or they're small, they call it lemons, for $1. And I've been making lemonade every 2 days. Yeah. That was a lot, so I'm gonna have to pull back and only get a couple.
And then that one time I went down there, got the 25 oranges for $1, and I got 2 pineapples for $1. Like 2 decent sized pineapples. So for $2, I got 25 oranges and 2 pineapples. Now you can't, like, where are you gonna find that at? Let's see.
We can't just go ahead.
I start bringing a bag of coins on the plane and say that we told. I don't know. I ain't got that much clout yet.
Eggs are $7 to $13 in Florida, and those yolks look pale.
I'm telling you, they're snake eggs, y'all. They Burmese python eggs.
Yeah, the yolks here are a dark orange, about the same color
Is that pillow behind
as
us?
that pillow behind
Yeah, they're
us.
really dark.
So, and they're really good.
Yeah.
What you personally carry on a plane, they don't care about weight.
Well, yeah, but like, I just wouldn't want to be jingling around in the like on a plane in the airport and. I don't know. I just wouldn't want to carry it, especially while, it's just a big hunk of metal, basically. Hey, you can tell them all you want. I'll be able to help you. $6.50 avocado, $1.99. See,
ooh, how many avocados you got for $1.99?
It says $1.99 each.
Each. Oh my!
Yeah, I'm telling you, like
I got 8 avocados for $1.
We'll hear the guy. We'll hear the guy coming down the street, making all his noise that he does to let everybody know that he's coming down the street. We'll look over the balcony and say, "Oh, wait!" Run downstairs with like a $2 or $1 and come back with 2 bags of fruit. It's awesome. Clutches. I know.
That's a lot. Like, I'm not eating avocados.
Yeah. We don't eat a lot of avocados here.
I eat a lot of avocados. You don't eat avocados.
I don't like guacamole, so yeah.
I usually make avocado toast. I like just eating plain avocado with lime juice on and salt. It's good on a burger. Yeah. It's good with eggs. Yeah.
It's good for you in general. So, but yeah, that's what's going on with us, y'all. That's what's happening with us. We are going to take this trip and hopefully love it.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I'm going to love it, whether I like it or not.
Broccoli, cauliflower, carrot mix, $6.99. Nah, see, that's larceny. We can't do that. We can't do that.
I think I paid 59 cents for broccoli and the whole head, and I made. I think the cauliflower is about the same amount.
Yeah, YouTube's telling me that some of y'all are going to get an ad here in a second, so don't worry, it'll go away.
Thank you.
Oh, well, I'm glad that I could be of any kind of inspiration to anyone. So thank you so much.
Yeah, 59 cents.
Yeah. Everything here is...
And that's at the grocery store.
Yeah.
That's not even at the market.
Fruit-wise, everything here is just really, really inexpensive. Cherries are expensive for whatever reason. I guess they come from somewhere else. But other than that, yeah, it's... we kind of take it for granted now that it's so cheap. And like LaShawn, if she is trying to buy some fruit and someone's charging her 75 cents, and she thinks it should be 50, like she's bargaining with that. Something that you pay $2 or $3 for in the States. sorry, Mom. That flight is from Miami to Miami to Italy. I see you on the rebound.
They're not letting us bring any fruit on that plane. Like, why you guys stopped?
Okay, hit this one. Can't get out of the grocery store without spending. Well, you know what? When we actually go to the grocery store.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, we can't spend less than $50. Only because we buy all of our paper products, cleaning products, groceries, toiletries. So when we leave, it's usually between 50 and 120, maybe.
And we might be getting a couple weeks worth of food.
Yeah. So we go to the grocery store maybe twice a month.
Yeah.
And then I'll forget something, and I'll have to run to one of the stores. But yeah, I haven't bought in the States paper goods, groceries that involve meat, toiletries for less than $2 something.
Yeah, especially when we would go to Costco.
Costco was
$200 automatic.
So, yeah, I get everything, and we're good for us the paper products and cleaning products for that month. Yeah. So it'll be higher one time, then the next it'll probably $40, $50.
Yeah, I was about to say, the second time we go to the store it's probably $40, $50, $60. And if I decide to get a big jar of peanut butter, I'll go ahead and add $11
oh my goodness, yes. Because it's important, we're definitely not buying anything other than Jif.
Yeah, and not because I'm a snob now, but I've tried other brands. Just something about good old Jif. It's 8 o'clock at night when I got the munchies, and I need a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So, yeah, good old Jif. Love to see another budget video. Struggling with that. Yeah, we definitely going to do a budget video. We had a lot of views and a lot of comments on that last one we did, so probably need to do an updated one anyway. So we'll definitely do that.
$50 is a few days of food, maybe 2.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, back in the States, yeah, because we're buying with that 150-ish. When we actually spend a lot of money when we go to the store, it's because we're buying a freezer full of meat, a bunch of filling up the refrigerator, refilling the cabinets, getting the paper products and stuff. So that's stuff that we didn't even do all at once usually in the States.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we wouldn't get
First of all, I had to go to...
You had to go to 3 different stores.
You didn't go to 3 different stores.
Yeah, I didn't want to.
I had to go to several different stores because you had one place you go buy your meats. I would go to Costco and I would get the meats and the paper products and the cleaning products. Mm-hmm. So that's one thing. And then you move on to the next other stores. But yeah, by the time you're done, you spent more than you wanted to spend, and you're like, where did this all go? I still have only 10 bags.
Yeah, and then you end up throwing away stuff in the States more often than we do here. Now we've caught ourselves throwing away vegetables just because we hadn't ate them fast enough. But in the States you end up wasting a lot of food, so we don't really waste a lot here.
We don't waste anything.
So all that money does go to use. We're not actually throwing it away or anything.
Yeah. So it's an adjustment. It's definitely an adjustment. When you get here, you still have that same mindset that you had in the U.S. So after a while, you're like, okay, I don't need this. I don't know why we're cooking this. Why are we buying that? And so you kind of start tailoring what you want. And it's been helpful. Yeah,
easier the better most time. It's not an addiction.
It is an addiction.
It's not an addiction.
It's an addiction.
Nah.
If you,
she's got 3 jars of chips.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I don't have a big jar of extra crunchy peanut butter and then a small one too. And he eats out of both of them.
still,
I don't have 3
I
jars.
wouldn't call it an addiction because that big jar lasted me a long time. I had that thing like a month and a half or more. Actually, no, it was longer than that. Yeah.
Convince yourself.
I mean, you know, the thing was $11, so I was gonna make it stretch.
Convince yourself. What else?
Well, I was just gonna say that is the one thing where we treat ourselves is the peanut butter.
He treat himself.
She's got 3 of them.
Okay, so we talked about the food. Now, clothes wise and shoes wise, we only have a month. Bring your own peanut butter.
Bring your own peanut butter.
Yes.
Yeah.
We did that.
We did, yeah.
Yes, because it's definitely cheaper in the U.S.
Now it depends.
If you go to Costco, you get the 2 big ones. That's what I'm gonna do when I go back. Get 2 big ones and bring it because I missed out the last time.
Yeah, just hopefully they won't take it out of your check bag or anything.
They didn't.
No, I'm not saying hopefully they won't. Like when
it's
things,
solid.
I know things change, whatever. Now, I thought it was solid bringing that peanut butter back from Bali.
No.
Took it from me.
No.
I should have ate it in the airport.
We're not gonna go there. Let me move on because I know how you get. When you were looking for a place, are there way more places on furnished than furnished? Can you find used furniture, used appliance to furnished place? I don't know about used. I don't know about. I haven't seen.
Well, you can on like the forums, like the Facebook,
the marketplace.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So if you're on the Malecon, there are more furnished condos there than there are unfurnished.
Right.
Now, some of the new condos are not furnished. So if you want to unfurnish a condo, you can get that. You can get unfurnished house. Now, there are sometimes the house may have some furniture in it.
Some appliances and not others.
Yeah. So you have to be prepared for that. But a lot of the condos on the Malecon and in San Lorenzo and Chapipe.
Within like a block or two of the Malecon, they're almost always furnished.
Yeah.
And no extra charge for it. They're always furnished. Now, if you find something unfurnished, it's usually a little bit. It will probably be a little bit cheaper, but you'd have to of course furnish it, and then you got to do something with that furniture if you move out. And moving companies aren't as prevalent here as they are in the States, and there's no storage places either. So know that if you decide to buy a bunch of stuff that you need to get rid of in a year or two, or you need to move somewhere in a year or two, you need to have a place to put it before you actually make that move. And
there are people that will move your stuff for you at a charge.
Yeah.
So
you can find movers. It's just that moving companies aren't like as big a thing here.
And it's usually someone that connects you. Like you reach out to a group and they'll say, "Oh, look in the file section. Yeah. They have some movers that you can contact and see how much they would charge you."
Yeah. Really confused about a suitcase full of peanut butter. I'm pretty sure they send the dogs over there because they think like it's some C4 or something like that. Like 30 pounds of peanut butter. I can see
the dogs. They'll open the dogs and then eat your peanut butter.
The dog's gonna sit on your suitcase. I'm telling you. But yeah, you definitely go to Costco or Sam's and get you a big jar of peanut butter. The worst thing that can happen is they open your bag and take it out. But that stuff is valuable.
But it is here. It is here if you choose to. It's just a little bit more expensive.
You could probably get you some little containers and scoop it out and put peanut butter. Little containers look like little individual serving peanut butter containers and sell them here like $1 a piece. I'm telling you.
Nobody's buying that.
All right. When you can't find Jif peanut butter, because there's only one store here that sells it, and I'm telling you, walk down that aisle and that section is completely empty. You will become desperate for some Jif peanut butter, and you could be there, in the cut with your jacket. Like
we gonna be Lenny?
Yeah, Lenny. Lenny from Good Times, that's right.
Lenny got the skinny.
Yeah, you open your jacket up, you got all the peanut butter lined up to sell.
You're terrible. Okay, can you get back on track?
That's right, peanut butter by the cup. Yeah, you can sell some sliced apples with it or something. I'm telling you, I just came up with a hustle. Anyway, I'm sorry. What I was saying was, because we're going at an hour and 10 minutes, so
Yeah.
we're going to finish up our stream. We want to thank everyone for joining us, having a good time with us. We enjoy doing this. We're going to do more in the future, actually, more often. Go ahead. What are you going to say?
I was gonna say, if you have questions, please send them to us. You can leave them in the comments field, or you can do. You have the message up there. What is the message?
Yeah, if you click on the info tab on our YouTube page, it'll bring up the email address that you can send to. Also, we're living abroad on Twitter and live love abroad on Instagram, and that's live LIV love abroad on Instagram. Send us a message. Send us questions. We don't mind. Click the links in the description and all that good stuff, and check out our videos and give us a thumbs up if you like it. If you don't like it, don't give us a thumbs down. Just don't like it. But yeah, thank you so much for all this, and we hopefully will bring you some great content in the very near future. Don't forget to like the video. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you so much.
And thank you all for joining us.
Yeah.
It's nice to interact.
Yeah. And look, I'm sorry. One last shout out. Our Exodus Life and Agent Grateful. Go to their channel and subscribe to them and watch all their videos from the beginning to the end, and then go back and watch it again. So. Yeah, check out their channel. So, thank y'all so much for joining us, and we will be back really soon from another country. Bye.
Bye.